Hello, everybody. This is Bert Jessup. I'm coming to you with a brief update on the loans and grant situation. Okay? So a lot has come out in the last 24 hours as far as clarifications. First of all, I'm happy to tell you that pretty much everything in my previous 13-minute video was accurate, very usable. Definitely keep using that information. If you have not watched that, you should, because I'm not going to cover all that information that I covered in the previous video right now. But there is some further clarification, and it's a 11-page memo called the Small Business Owner's Guide to the CARE Act, okay? And it's put out by Senator Ben Cardin, okay? Now this is on my website right now. It's 11 pages. It's actually a lot easier than a lot of the legal stuff I've had to read over the past few days. It's pretty good reading. It's on my website. Feel free to go to this to go to the source material from our senator, okay? Now, the most important thing I want to emphasize first is we had talked about the grant, the $10,000 grant, the advance that you get under the COVID-19 disaster loan. That is very definite. You do not have to pay that back under any circumstances, okay? So you apply for the loan, you get disapproved, you don't have to pay back the advance. You apply for the loan, you get approved, you don't have to pay back the advance. You apply for the loan and you decide that you really don't want the loan. You still get to keep the $10,000 advance, okay? And that is covered in that 11-page document. Okay. Next, it was a little bit up in the air whether you could actually get both loans, okay? So it was definitely okay to apply for both, but it was uncertain whether you could get both. Well, according to the 11-page document that I got today from the senator, you can get both loans, okay? So the payroll protection loan, however, has to be used for payroll and rent and utilities only during a specific 8-week period after you get the loan, okay? So you must make sure if you do get this loan, which is a great loan, and I'll be doing a whole detailed video just on this loan, although we covered some of it in the previous video, but this loan must be used for very specific business purposes of payroll, utilities, rent, or mortgage interest payment. Okay, cannot be used for anything else. Okay, now this COVID-19 injury disaster loan can be used for any type of business expenses. However, if you get both loans, you've got to make sure you don't use this one for payroll during the same period of time. In other words, you can't use the money for overlapping purposes. Okay, the other thing I want to emphasize is that when you sign up for any of these loans, you're pretty much doing it on your word under penalty of perjury, okay? So what's very important is these loans are business loans, including the emergency advance. You must spend that $10,000 emergency advance or the loan that you would get subsequently on business purposes, okay? And my advice to you is to put it into a business account if you have one, and make sure that it goes to specific business things. You cannot put it in a business reserve account, I don't think, and not spend it, okay? So you need to pay your landlord, you need to pay your utilities, you need to pay your inventory bills, you need to buy more inventory. It must be used for a business purpose. Okay, so if you're a sole proprietor and use your personal checking account for expenses, then what you want to do is you want to create a list, a document, to document what you spent that money on, okay? Because you could get in trouble later if you can't show that you spent it on business purposes, okay? So that's my update for you today, that you can get both loans, okay? You should immediately apply for this one here. Now, my bank just made available today that I could apply for this loan right here. Now, I want to show you something absolutely amazing. This is the application for the payroll protection loan. It is 2 pages long. Okay, this is amazing. And most of them are just boxes, you know, saying I'm not a criminal, I'm not behind on my child support, what have you. Okay, the one piece of information that's very precise is I needed to give them what is my average monthly payroll from a specific period of time last year. And then when I get this loan, okay, which I will, then 8 weeks after I get it, I have to pay it out to my employees, pay out my rent, pay out my utilities. And if I've maintained the same amount of employees that I had last year at the same time, I can get much of this loan turned into a grant, okay? So these are amazing loans. I will be providing a video with detailed information on this one coming up probably by Friday. Please take advantage of these loans, move fast. Lots of people are applying. I want to make sure that all immediate resource customers get their money. Thank you.